a moment of healing. That's how the director and lead actor described the process of making High Tide.
This material that I was creating to probably ultimately heal myself from all this internalized homophobia that I was carrying for many, many years, having born and raised in a conservative country and family.
Belonging is universal. We all want to belong to something, to someone, to a community, to a country, to a place, to
someone else,
to someone else, and to yourself, which I think is the beautiful message of the film.
Shot in just 17 days, High Tide came to life in Provincetown.
The landscape, the light was so sad and melancholic. And I remember thinking, initially the story wasn't set in Provincetown, but when I was there and I was writing, I was like, oh my God, this movie has to take place here because it is. It was just embodying so perfectly the inner state of the main character.
The film brings to the big screen the journey of a Brazilian immigrant searching for love and belonging.
His tourist visa is about to expire, and he finds himself in Provincetown, waiting for the return of this aloof American boyfriend who basically abandoned him there. He doesn't want to go back to Brazil.
They met through a friend before the pandemic.
Went to LA to visit a friend early September, in the same year. I was already 70% into the writing of the script of High Tide, and he was there, kind of stuck, because of the pandemic.
And our first conversation was really about this process of coming out, of accepting yourself or finding yourself or your place as a gay man in the world. And I shared my experiences with him, and I told him, I was like, I would love to talk about it through my work as an actor.
Suddenly realized that character wasn't Venezuelan anymore, but it was Brazilian. And so without telling him anything, I finished the first draft of the script. I turned everything into Brazilian. And the day we moved in together very fast, like two lesbians, I gave him the script it was my very first gift. And that day, my script became our film.
The movie is now available to rent or buy on Apple TV and Prime Video.
You took Cavani to the carnival.
Second time.
Do you know how to samba now, Cavani?
Do you know what? No, but you know what? I keep trying. And one day it will happen like this because I keep trying.
Well, keep trying. It's a good teacher, so he's Brazilian.
Not that easy. I don't
Brazilian,
know.
but he's Brazilian.
Eh?
He doesn't look like Brazilian, but he's Brazilian, so keep trying.
Exactly. But his Portuguese is getting better and better.
Don't test me now. Don't test me now.
I was going to. Okay, I'm not going to put you on the spot. What about your Italian?
So it's funny because it feels
good.
it's crazy to say this, but I feel like life was preparing me to meet Marco in my life at some point. For some reason, I have an Italian heritage. I have an Italian passport. My family immigrated here. My grandfather immigrated to Brazil. So I've had the citizenship, and by accident, I studied, not by accident, but my parents wanted to. I studied at an Italian school. So I had the basics of the language, and then after many years, I didn't practice. I didn't cap the classes or anything. So I had like this, a base of the language. I had an idea of what it was, but now after him, it got so much better. You can test me now.
I can't speak any Italian at all. Hardly can speak Portuguese and English. So thank you so much for both the time of you. I really appreciate talking to you. I'm glad this worked out.
Yes, that's
Um,
good.